Noonan syndrome. It's a genetic disorder. It's part of a group of genetic disorders, the Rasopathies. It's a genetic mutation of the genes that monitor the RAS MAPK pathway. It has distinct physical features. Because of the genetic mutation, there is a phenotype that goes with it, and it does affect multiple systems. That includes cardiac, skeletal, and nervous. In relation to the nervous system, the Radismark pathway, it regulates the cellular processes, including differentiation, proliferation, survival, and migration of neurons during development. These also include neurogenesis, glial differentiation, cellular maturation, and neural patterning. Um, so that can lead to further complications down the line, especially in development. There is disruptions in the white matter connectivity during development. And because of this, the Rasmark pathway proteins, they stay active. They do regulate cell growth. And if they stay active, most people with Noonan syndrome have a higher chance of getting cancer. The cause of it is the genetic mutation of genes. These genes include the PTPN11. That is the most common, with roughly about half of the cases resulting from a mutation of that gene. The other genes that can mutate that can cause Noonan syndrome is KRAS, SOS1, and RAF1. It is autosomal dominant, meaning that as long as one of the parents carries the genes, there's a 50-50 chance that one of the children will have it. Now, most cases show up in boys, but it can affect women too. It's just a 50-50 shot. One out of 1,000 to 2,500 newborns are affected with it, and about half of those cases are severe enough, or are extremely severe. That can cause a lot of problems and death. Symptoms of the Noonan syndrome, distinct physical features. I'll explain that on a later slide. Heart disease, bleeding disorders, neurological impairment, and skin conditions. The heart disease appears in most cases. The bleeding disorders, those are usually caused by the low-level blood clotting factors and platelet dysfunction. And then neurological impairment, they're development delays and behavioral issues. Now, this can range depending on the person. There can be cases where there is no impairment, and then there's some where they're severe enough where there's no communication. The physical characteristics, they all kind of range in the same phenotype. The facial features, they're wide-spaced eyes, hooded eyes, light-colored eyes, low-set ears, coarse hair, and short-webbed neck. And then some other physical features besides the face is short stature, low muscle tone, unusual shaped chest, and that's a usual result in a sunken or raised sternum. There's a curvature of the spine. There's a, let's see, so that's more of the facial features. So as you can see, there's the wide set eyes, the heavy eyes, and then the nose and the low set ears. Treatment, there's no set treatment for Noonan syndrome. It really just treats the symptoms. They can apply a growth hormone because of short stature. That is due to the growth hormones not being properly regulated. So they can apply treatment with that way. Physical therapy, just because of all the physical limitations. Some cases there is heart surgery to fix some of the heart diseases. And then there's tailored education because of the impairment of the neurons. There's a set learning for the oh boy. All right, let's try that again. Treatment, there's no set treatment for Noonan syndrome. They just treat the symptoms. The growth hormone is used in some cases to increase the height because most cases of Noonan syndrome result in short stature. Physical therapy, just to help with the physical limitations caused by the syndrome. And heart surgery. In some cases, there's heart surgery involved to fix and repair some parts of the heart. just to make it function better. And then there's tailored education for the behavioral issues and the neurological impairment, caters to the individual. Like I said earlier, there is some cases where there is no impairment. And then Jacqueline Noonan is the one that kind of discovered Noonan syndrome. She was an American pediatric cardiologist. Um, she noticed the rare type of heart defect that shared the same physical characteristics, the short stature, the web neck, the wide-spaced eyes, and low-set ears. The heart defect that she found in researching. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, Jacqueline Noonan is the one that discovered Noonan syndrome. She was an American pediatric cardiologist. She was researching a rare type of heart defect, valvular pulmonary stenosis. And she noticed that there was physical characteristics that went with it. Short stature, web neck, wide-spaced eyes, and low-set ears. In 1963, she published a paper on her findings. Paper name was Associated Non-Cardiac Malformations in Children with Congenital Heart Disease. Dr. John Opstitz was a former student of Noonan. He's the one that started describing it as the Noonan syndrome. And then in 1971, the Symposium of Cardiovascular Defects recognized the name for the syndrome, the Noonan syndrome. A list of references. Thank you very much.